Hey everybody. Hey subs. Love you guys. Miss you guys. Um just getting home really. Man, I don't know. I'm not tired or anything, but I gotta lay down because um I gotta at least sleep for a couple hours. I'm hoping my granddaughter's gonna be here in a little while. Tried to go get her. Guess what? Oh, we're busy. I'm really doing something really important, so can you just wait? So I guess they were running around in the street and she was at home. So I was like, make sure you drop her off because if you don't, when I wake up, I'll be over there knocking at your door. Listen, they live in this secure building, right? And they don't think that I could get in. And every time I go over there, I get in. So, yeah, they know. But listen, this is what I want you guys to do. I don't know why that I watch this case so much, but I do. And I was telling you guys, remember about the Imani Moss case? Her dad's Iman, the little baby. She's not a baby, but she's a baby to me. I think she was 10 or something like that. And then the stepmom, the evil fucking stepmom bitch, Tiffany Moss. You guys, you gotta go look at this story. And let me tell you a little bit about it, okay? So, Iman and Imani, that's his daughter, they was going to this church, right? And Tiffany was going to that same church, and that's where he met her at. And then they start, being friends and dating and stuff, right? And she tried to act like, oh, you got a little girl. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, she's beautiful and whatever. And yeah, right? Even though she was jealous of her. The whole time, this bitch was jealous of that little girl. She had long, pretty hair like mine. And she was just a beautiful little girl. Oh my goodness, this little girl was a beautiful. And just like my daughter, I named her after her father. Her name's Erin. I named her Erin, right? And it was so cute because her dad's name is Iman and her name's Imani, right? But I thought that's just too cute. I love when little girls are named after their dad, right? So they start dating. These motherfuckers start dating. And I don't know what he saw in her. And I just think that he was in a place in his life where, like Imani's mom, she was just out of it. She was one of those bitches that was just out of it. She wasn't trying to raise no kids. She didn't want to have nothing to do with it. So he got custody of her and he was raising her, right? And then so he meets this monster. He didn't know she was a monster, but this bitch was a monster. So they ended up dating. She tried to act like she liked the daughter or whatever, even though she was jealous of her the whole time. And then he asked her, oh, will you marry me? Y'all got to watch this story, okay? I want you to watch the story. The court case. I mean, I was in tears because this little girl, what this bitch did to this little girl. And for me, little girls are just, they're so special, I mean, especially like dad. I'm a daddy's girl. I was always a daddy's girl. So I know Imani was a daddy's girl because that's all she had was her dad and grandma, his mom, and his sister. And this bitch, okay, Tiffany Moss. So he asked her to marry him and whatever after 7 months, and they get married, right? So let me just fast forward it, okay? Let's fast forward it 2 kids later. They had 2 kids, and then they eventually moved out on their own because they had been living with people like her mom, and then because his mom didn't like her and his sister didn't like her because they already had a bad feeling about this bitch. They didn't have no dealings with this bitch at all. And see, me as a grandmother, I would have been like, oh no, motherfucker, you gonna give me my granddaughter or I'm gonna take your ass to court, okay? Because listen to this though, but I want y'all to watch it. I don't really want to tell you everything, but when they moved and got by themselves, right? And then, so wait, let me tell you this though. So when he was going with her, when they were dating, he thought, or I don't even know what was going on with her. Like she was going to school to be some kind of preschool teacher or something. But then she had got a job as a preschool teacher after they moved, and then everything, her background didn't check out or something. Like I don't know if she didn't go to school or something was fucked up about her, right? So they fired the bitch. They was like, we checked your background. I think they hired her, and then her background came back and they fired her. So she couldn't get no job. So they had to move. So this motherfucker was working two jobs. He will get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, had to be at work at, I think the job was like 15 minutes from his house, had to be at work at 5 o'clock, but it was traffic. So he'd get up early in the morning, a little bit earlier so he could get to work, right? And then he would get off of that job, go home for 30 minutes, change his clothes, and then go to a whole nother 8 hour job, right? And work that job too. And then get home at like 1 in the morning and then sleep for 3 hours and then get up and do it again and again and again. I don't know how he did this. But I just want to tell you guys this. When you watch this case, it's so fucking sad. He wasn't home. He was never home. She was supposed to be at home taking care of his daughter and their two kids. Their two kids was all right. They was being raised. They was good. They was running around. They was healthy. But let me tell y'all what she was doing to the little girl. She wouldn't let her eat. She was starving the little girl. She was starving her. She was jealous of her because, she had a relationship with her dad. And let me tell you something. Some women are like that. Like they are envious of their man's little girls. How could you do that? You're supposed to be like the role model, the mother. And this little girl doesn't have a mother. Why wouldn't you want to be her mother? But instead, this bitch was jealous of this little girl. And she starved that little girl. She cut the little girl's hair off. And she had some long, pretty hair like I do. She cut, and eventually, her hair was gonna be about as long as mine. She was a beautiful little girl. And this bitch, let me tell you, she starved her. She burned her stomach. She was burned her with some hot water. I mean, the poor little girl didn't have a chance. And then the grandmother and the sister of the husband, they had seen her like on Mother's Day, like right before she died. I think it was like a Mother's Day is in what, May? I think she died in October. So they had seen her and they was like, why did you cut her hair? Like, why is her hair short? And then, when she cut her hair, she just cut her ponytails off and then left her hair just a little short afro. This little cute little girl, you guys. You guys have to watch this story. Tell me what you think. I'm not going to tell you everything because I want you guys to watch it and watch the case because I really feel bad for the father because I believe this bitch had him under some type of spell because bitches do that. Hey, I don't know what some of them do it with, but some bitches can get you under that spell where you just, you know, you don't know right from wrong. And he was only home like 3 hours in during the night, and then he was off on the weekends. So he would feed his daughter on the weekend. He's like, damn, why she eating like that? But she was just getting skinny and skinny. He's really tall. I think he's like 6'4". So the little girl she was like having growth spurts. She was getting really tall, but she was really skinny. And let me tell you something, and I'm not blaming the grandmother and the sister because I know they was calling CPS and they did what they were supposed to do. But guess what? I would have been at that bitch's house like, bitch, I know you ain't got my niece up in here like this. When I seen her, when I would have seen her at on Mother's Day, and she looked like that, oh no, she gonna stay here with us. Y'all go ahead. We don't even need her clothes, bitch. Bye. Because the mom asked her, the wife, why you cut her hair? Why is her hair cut? And the bitch said, "Oh, you act ugly, you gonna look ugly." What, bitch? Oh yeah, me and that bitch would have been rumbling because bitch, you is not finna touch my body. Nobody is finna cut my grandkids' hair. As soon as I know they haircut, something wrong. Cause all my grandkids got that nice hair and it gets really long down their back, and I just know. And yeah, we, cause we could get haircuts and the hair grows back, but you're not just gonna cut ponytails off and all that. But Imani had like that real thick, pretty hair that I wish I had because my hair is thin and it's just naturally curly and it's like that thin, curly hair. But Imani had that thick hair and it was just thick and pretty. Like if it was all out, I mean, it would just cover this whole screen. It was really pretty. And you guys watch that story and let me know what you think about that story. You know what? And I even come home sometimes, just like now. I just got out of a bubble bath, and I just sat in um the bathroom just watching that story. And then so I have decided that I am going to write the father a letter. I'm gonna write him a letter because I really feel sorry for him. I don't want to tell you the end because I want you guys to see the end, like what happened. Like he was wrong. Like he's doing life in prison without. So he was wrong what he did. But he did this shit because of this bitch. You guys got to watch this shit. This shit is horrible. But it's just something about this bitch. Like when I look at the pictures of her, I'm just like, she looks evil. She looks like a evil bitch. And he couldn't see it. He didn't see it. He didn't see it. I just think he just wanted a relationship. He wanted his daughter raised up like in a family, like we all do. We want our kids to be in a solid relationship where everything's stable. And I think that's what he wanted. And I think he was getting out. He had got out the pen or something, and then he got his daughter because the mom was. I don't know if she had to be on something because if she didn't want that baby, she just didn't want nothing to do with that baby, and he didn't know where she was at. So you already know what probably was going on with her, but this ain't about her. This is about that bitch Tiffany Moss. Y'all got to watch this story, and even like sometimes I'll just come home and I'll sit and watch it again because I'm like, how did this bitch do this to this baby? I just want to just wring this bitch neck. But anyway, ugh, it just makes me so sad. I love the kids, man. If I had a man and he had a daughter, that was that Imani's age, oh my God, she would be the most spoiledest child. Even if that is that a word, spoiledest? I would spoil her. Even if I had my own girls, I would spoil. She would have been spoiled. She was just a beautiful child. Like she could have been my daughter. Like she was really a beautiful child. She could have been my daughter. She had the pointy nose like me and the high cheekbones. Like she just looked like she could have been my daughter. And that shit pissed me off. Like how could this happen? And why didn't he do anything? And I was mad at him for that. But I'm not mad at him. I'm not mad at him because I know there was something. It wasn't right about that lady. I don't know what she did. Maybe it was the spaghetti stuff. Maybe she fed him a lot of spaghetti. And ladies, you know what I'm talking about. So you guys watch that story. I'm gonna take a nap because my granddaughter is not here yet. They haven't called me. I called on the way home. They said they was somewhere. So watch that story, you guys. Tell me what you think because man, shit's just crazy. Just crazy. I can't stand the way people do these kids and So, but I don't want to tell you what happened at the end. I want you guys to watch it and tell me what you guys think. I need to take these eyelashes off because I'm about to go to sleep. It's probably gonna be, well, they're not. They're new, so they're not gonna probably be sticking to my eyes. But anyway, you guys, I will see you guys later. I am going to bed. Okay, so I gotta get up because I gotta go. I'm gonna go shopping. I just came from work. I was at Albertsons, and I don't like to shop where I work. So I'm gonna go to my store that I used to work at, and yeah, go shopping so I can see all my friends. But anyway, so I love you guys. I miss you guys. Thanks for all the comments and stuff you guys give me and all the love. And let's get to the 1,000 subscribers so we can go live. Okay. So I'm gonna come back later and we're gonna talk about some other stuff. But I don't know what's going on with Trozeo and them. Probably nothing, but it's gonna be something. Trust me. Oh, I'm gonna call. Oh, but when I get off, I'm calling the FBI. When I get off of here, I'm calling the FBI. They know. They know what time I get off and everything. They know I'm gonna call. So, mm-hmm. So yeah, Trozeo, you're gonna get caught because they're tired of me calling. But I'll talk to you guys later. Love you guys.